I know your model, and you've always been clear about it. And there's talk about Luke Fleurs now. You've never been one to stand in the way of your players.
We don't stand in the way of our players, but they have to have done certain things and reached certain points in the progression. You know, when Aubrey Modiba won a few trophies for me, so did Mokoena, so did Mbuli, so did Williams, so did Brocky, so did Kakana, and they all got big moves, but they left me with trophy in the cabinet. And in a good stints before they left, same as Dane, same as all of the ones we've sold in the past. Sugaka, we can go back, Pelembe, Lafort, anyone who's helped me win things, Bongani, Kumalo, that we help me win things, go and get your move and make your money, because I won't be able to pay you what the others can pay you. I think in Luke's case, it's premature. He's a young man that's still making his way. Yes, he did fantastic at the Olympics. Yes, he's the most capped centre-back at his age in the PSL. Yes, he's the young player of the year in the PSL. So there's a lot of Luke that makes us very proud, and that's why we signed him as a young 17-year-old to bring him from Cape Town and to have him as part of the future. But we haven't won a trophy with Luke, and Luke's not dominating a position every week in the starting lineup. Shlatsuaya has pushed him out. So, you know, for us, Luke's still got lots of things to develop in his game. He is going to be a superstar, there's no question about it. He's under contract for the next 3.5 years at SuperSport. We are not under any pressure to sell him. If something, an offer comes and it's an attractive offer and it's a good blend of the money that we're looking for, and maybe one or two areas where we can strengthen the team, I think I've shown a willingness to be a trader over the years. One thing we don't want to do is forego opportunity for somebody who feels that he's in a place where he shouldn't be with a bad attitude. That also doesn't help anybody. So, you know, we're not there to block players' moves, but players must earn the move in the right way. If they earn the move in the right way, we send them off like I sent off Ronwen Williams, with films about him, with documentaries about him, with tributes about him, with farewell parties for him, and he will always be a part of the SuperSport United family. Same as Tebogo Mokoena, sent off in the right way. So if Luke approaches things in the right way, which so far he has been doing, and the opportunity comes for him down the line to better his life and for his family, then why would I stand in his way? But it has to be the right deal.
Has something came to your office yet?
We've had a couple of inquiries, and honestly, just that. They've been inquiries, they've been hypotheticals, and there's not been a formal offer for Luke. So it's been talk. Luke and Jamie Webber are the two players that we've had approaches from. One international from Jamie, one local from Jamie, one international from Luke, two local from Luke. That is all. We have not had any other approaches for any of our other players. I'm not saying both where. You know, you can assume where you want to. But we've had two local approaches for Luke. Again, it's nothing that I could even take to my board at this point in time, so I haven't even been tabled it at board level. We had literally a board meeting yesterday. 16th November was my SuperSport United board meeting, and it wasn't discussed because I don't have anything formal to put on the paper, so I'm talking about speculation stuff. I've indicated to both parties and the overseas club that we would prefer to do a pre-deal on Luke. I don't really want to lose him for the last 18 games of the season. I've got a settled, stable squad that's got an opportunity to finish in the top 4 for the first time in 10 years. And Luke gives us tremendous stability and depth at the back where I don't have to worry. Besides Sia and Schlapu and Keegan Johannes, who are also versatile. They can play right back, they can play centre back. But Luke's a specialist centre back. And if something happens to Shlatsuaya over this time, I can't afford to be without Luke. And if Luke goes to another club, I have to replace him. I can't just say, oh, well, I'll run with one less centre-back. It's not going to work for me for 18 games. So there's more involved around Luke, and I'm going to have to be very difficult with whoever wants Luke in this January window. It's not going to be easy for them. But if they want to do a deal for July, I'm prepared to be more flexible, because then I get what I want and they get what they want at the end. So we'll see. The transfer market is dynamic, it moves, and things happen and change. As I said, Luke's got 3.5 years still left on his contract with us, so we're not under any type of pressure to sell him. He's a wonderful young man that we're very fond of. He's an impatient young man. That's not a bad thing. For us, when we have troublesome players in the sense of edgy or character or difficult, it's not always a bad thing. For a young guy to make his way like he has and win the caps he has at his age, you need to have a little bit of character about you. And sometimes a strong character can also be perceived as maybe stubborn, maybe impatient, maybe trying to push a move. But Luke will get his move, and Luke will be a rich man in football if he keeps his head grounded. He's a very talented man.